Now, let's go from pirate to pilot, then visit James Bond on the set of his latest movie.
Here on the beautiful French Riviera, the new movie, Never Say Never Again, is being filmed, starring Sean Connery as James Bond, Special Agent 007. Glamour, excitement, and especially action are highlights of Never Say Never Again.
And final confrontation with Fatima Blush, who is, in this case, Barbara Carrera. There's a fantastic desert and kingdom at the end of a sequence in there next to an oasis, the desert, and which will have a lot of in and out of water with stalagmites and stalactites. There's tremendous stunt fight sequence in where we reduce the hospital to nothing, a villain and myself, and then there's a wonderful sequence with horses, where these in Palmyra, this fortress place of Lagos, and being chased by all these hoods and bandits and what have you, right up along the terrace walls, up into the house, down the balustrades, all on horseback. And a few sort of incidentals like that.
Connery, who has owned his own motorcycles, practiced constantly for the wild, high-speed motorcycle chase scenes that feature in the film.
Not this sort of... This is just to familiarize me with the bike, because I'm going to have to do some run-bys here and then some other stuff. Yeah, well, if we do... I have to go and change now. Make up. Yeah, but...
Filming actors in wide, long shots while they race across the country is relatively simple. But have you ever wondered how the camera can keep an actor in close-up at 90 miles per hour and still be in focus and in frame? Well, the secret of the speeding close-up is a special camera car which is bolted onto the motorcycle, and the close-ups are filmed while both are traveling together. So if the motorcycle bounces, so does the camera, and the close-up is always perfectly in frame.
Now, I'll tell you one thing I want. On this side, beautiful.
In this portion of the chase, Bond once again uses his special tricks, courtesy of the special effects department, to make his getaway. Now let's take another look at that shot from a different angle. When a movie company goes on location, they must take everything they need with them, including a falcon if it is needed for a scene. Once you are away from the studio, you can't drop into a local store to get anything you forgot. Everything has to come with you and be mobile, so special trailers have been built to carry all the supplies, wherever anything on wheels can travel. Hair and makeup rooms for various performers are needed, although the stars will be made up in their own special dressing room trailers, which are like living rooms on wheels. Wardrobe needs a truck for all the clothes. While keeping hunger away is the job of the catering department, keeping Bond at bay is the job of the bad girl, played by beautiful Barbara Carrera.
I've played sweet young things, which I enjoyed very, very much. The sweetness like clay basket in Centennial. She was the sweetest that one can get. And I played all of my roles have been sweet, with one exception, which was this I, the Jurors role, was my first unsympathetic role. And I found that playing the bad person is much more exciting and challenging from the actor's point of view. You see, because we all know how to be sweet, because we've been conditioned all our lives how to be sweet. But we've never been shown how to be bad. So therefore, this is always exciting to the actors. So to answer your question, I find it exciting to play a bad woman. Yes, very exciting. It allows me to be bad. This character, Fatima, she's everything she carries as close as possible to perfection. You see? So when she dresses fantastic, you know, it's she's flamboyant, Fatima is. So therefore, everything about her is rather very modern, but original. So what we've done is her makeup is, everything looks like, it should look anyhow like she's stepping out of pages of somewhere. And the look for Fatima changes every time you see her. And Charles Node, our costume designer, designed some fantastic things to go with the character of this incredible lady. So the makeup, of course, is exaggerated also. And two of the things that was exaggerated about the makeup are the eyes, very dark eyes, and the lips are red and they're large, and the eyes are black and they're large. So everything about Fatima is almost exaggerated. You know, Steph, if you can, when we start filming, if you can watch that, this is so beautiful when it does, like here like this. If it can sort of, yeah, it's perfect. If it can sort of stay away like this, it would be nice. What do you think?
Keep the sides out here.
Well, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes. Sometimes I get up at 5. The normal time for me to get up is 5:30 in the morning, because for me it gives me time to prepare. I mean, I'm already before I get here on the set, which is generally 7 o'clock, 7:45. I'm generally prepared in my mind when I arrive here, and so the rest of the touches is just touches for Fatima. You know, the makeup, it's Fatima putting the makeup, it's Fatima getting dressed, it's Fatima doing her hair. The hair, when it's wild, it's vroom, and when it's neat, it's extremely neat. And then by the time the makeup is finished, Fatima is there.
Ready on the set and constantly striving to make the action perfect is Sean Connery. Star Connery takes a very active part in helping to work out many of the action scenes with his fellow stars, special effects team, and director Irvin Kershner, who, by the way, should know a little bit about action and special effects himself, since he directed The Empire Strikes Back. Connery, Kershner, and Barbara Carrera are working out the movements and positions for a complicated sequence involving a shootout with one of James Bond's special pens.
Now, are we going to fix up the gun shoot?
Yes, the gun.
Jay, walk in.
Gun shoot.
Fix up the gun shoot. What do you want to do? Yeah. Do you want to go in there and get the...
Now, there are two things. When he shoots, he rolls out, and there has to be a shot right in the back of him. Okay? Yeah, on the ground, just where he was. Yeah. Okay.
This is news, you know.
Give us a
We
pellet.
need a gun... One?
Give us a pellet thing.
We need a gun shot.
We have one.
After it, when I fire it, I'm going to roll out of the shot. That's right.
Well, Dave's doing that. He's taking his cue from you rolling out. He's doing a bullet hit behind you. So all you've got to concentrate on is your action. And he'll take his cue for the bullet hit from
but
your
I mean,
action.
when
For this
will
one,
you know to fire that?
okay, So when would be...
I'll tell you the timing. It will be right now.
I'll take it off your
And
thumb.
then right now.
That movement.
Yeah. All right.
Fine. Great. Good for me.
There's someone to right now.
Yeah. Where are you going to be able
Well, that's where I would hit her. No? Why not? I mean, I just would.
Now getting ready to shoot the scene, everyone quiets down on the set. The smoke machines begin to make their smoke, and the cameras will roll while the actors do their job, and all at exactly the right time.
Action. Cut.
Is James Bond beyond the realm of possibility? Or could it be true? Did James Bond really exist?
Well, there's been so many stories and fantasy quotes. According to Ian Fleming, he did. I think he's a sort of amalgam of many different people, apart from the name and the person that he went to school with, Fleming himself, when he went to Fettes College in Scotland, and then he went to Cambridge, I think, and he was sent down from Cambridge. There's a sort of mixture of, and part of Fleming himself, and part of Fleming's fantasy. Because he himself, you know, had a very interesting war and career and working for Reuters and what have you. And his information was usually, well, like Reuters.
Throughout the show, we've been talking about the art of makeup. And it really is an art. Sculpturing a rubber nose, an odd chin, old age wrinkles. There are makeup artists who become specialists. One makeup man, Maurice Stein, does horrifyingly real bee stings. He's done thousands of them for the film Savage Bees. Rich Baker loved monkeys when he was a kid. He would draw pictures of apes, gorillas, any kind of monkey. Then he started making monkey masks. Today, he's a top makeup artist, the one who created the mask of the latest King Kong. He turned a childhood interest into a very successful career. Lisanne, I know that all of you makeup artists have to have a fine sense of color and a fine sense of blend, be able to blend colors. Can you show us how it's done?
I'll give you a black eye.
Oh, darn. Now, don't get testy, darn. Really, please. All I'm asking you to do is to blend some colors. Can you do it?
Yes, that's how I'm going to blend them into a black eye.
Great, okay.
Okay.
While you're giving me a black eye, I'm going to talk about the Black Stallion. When the producer was preparing to shoot the film Black Stallion, he needed a horse who could match the beauty and the size of the horse in the story. The horse would have to be trained to jump overboard during a shipwreck, rescue a ship and be hoisted aboard, swim at sea for a day and night, not be afraid of snakes, win the race of the century against two great thoroughbreds, and be a good actor besides. Now, you might ask, why so much? The answer is, the Black Stallion starts off as a wild and terrifying horse, and then ends up being a tame, lovable companion.
Leonard, can you close your eye for a
Yeah.
second, please? No,
So,
don't squint.
don't squint.
Just,
Okay.
Just close.
Okay.
Close.
Okay. So,
You're squinting.
I'm squinching. I won't squinch.
All right.
So the horse, is that okay now?
If not, I'll have to give you a real black.
No, don't do that. So, the horse needed to have a range of expressions for each stage of his changing personality. And finding a horse to fill the bill was a tough order.
Don't squinch.
Don't squinch. Talent scouts searched the world, the whole world, for the right horse to star in the film. And finally, they found one of the most honored Arabian show horses, owned by a young woman in San Antonio, Texas. The horse's name is Cassoulet. Done?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. If I didn't know better, I would think it was real. Ouch!